Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Lightroom, well, Adobe did an update the other day. You might have heard about it, you might not have. Anyway, we all know that you can edit very nicely photos in there. Do you know that you can edit video now? Let's have a look, see what it's all about. Could be interesting. So here we are in Lightroom. Now it's not Lightroom Classic, so it's not LRC, it's just the LR version. And as you can see, everything's up here. So, how do we do it? Go to File, Add Photo. It does say Add Photo, but these are the 3 clips that I'm going to edit. So, we'll just import all 3 of them. Review for import. Put them all up. Add 4 videos. So the 4 videos are importing as we speak. There's the first one up. Let's have a look at it. Now this was taken at Rottner Park in Stockton, sorry. I had a walk around with the wife, mess around with the a new lens. So what can you do with it? So I'm going to play it, and we'll just go and have a see what it's all about. So that's the video. It looks dark, as we know, as you can see. Lightens up at the end. So what can we do? Well, I'm going to take it back to this bit because this is a bit that's really dark. Up here you have your usual exposure, contrast, highlights, shadows, whites and blacks. So I want to add that. I'm going to drop the highlights because I don't want this blowing out too much. It looks like it's blown out quite a lot. Drop that as well. The sky's starting to come back, but I don't think I'm going to get back. Contrast. I'll drop that down. Shadows. I'm going to up the shadows because I don't want this dark. And I'm going to up the blacks. Start again from the start and have a quick look. Well, it's not brilliant, don't get me wrong. I mean, the sky was terrible, all grey, sun peeking through really clouds, and that's about it. But as from start to finish, that's what the end product is. But you can still go further. You've got your temperature, so I'm going to warm it up a tad, just a little bit. Tint, I'm going to take it to green and give it a bit more green. Vibrance, I'm going to push that a little bit more. Saturation, just a little bit more. That compared to what we started with. What we started with is that one, and you can see the difference straight away. I'm just going to tweak the blacks. Black, just a bit washed out. Anything that's grey on this, you can't use. So you can use your colour grading if you want to. You can, your effect if you want to use effects, so but the only ones you can use in vignette or grain. Don't really need to do any of them. The other thing you can do with an image is basically if you go up here, trim and crop. Now it even gives you what letter it is. So trim and crop, you'll see this come up at the bottom here. So if you want to just start again from the beginning, and there's a bit of shake to about there. So we're going to trim that to about there. And play it. Yeah, that's smoother. Take it round. And there's a little, just a little bit at the end. So there's just a little bit here. There. Again, trim it back. So that's what we finished with on that one. Yeah, I'm good with that. We'll go back to the edit part. And we'll have a look. This is what we started with. Now don't get me wrong, I know it's not Premiere Pro or anything like that, But if you needed to put videos in and then put them together, this would be a good start, because you know what the sliders do. You know what I mean? I don't do colour grading. It's something I've never learned. I should really, but I haven't. Lazy, probably. But as a starting thing to get into video editing for little minor adjustments, brightening, cutting, you know what I mean, I think this isn't going to be too bad. Now I've got 4 videos here. I'm going to skip through the next 2. So this is the second one, and one forgot to focus straight away. Well, there's a couple of swan, well, a swan, a bit of a preen, comes into focus about there. So that's 16 seconds in, so straight away I'm going to go into the trim, and I'm going to trim it to about 16 seconds, so about there. Go back into the edit, and that'll bring it back, so it now starts from there. And you've got the baby swans coming in. Back into the trim, and we'll trim it to about there. Right, as for colour, go back to the beginning. I'm not going to do too much with this. I'm going to knock the highlights back a little bit, and the white, because I want the feathers to come out a bit more. Push the shadows, highlights, contrast should be fine. Probably knock the exposure up just a little bit. Again, move these sliders. Only bits, it's bits. The good thing about this is that if you've got so many videos that have all been done next to each other, or you colour grade or edit one of them, what you can do is you can copy it. So you can go up here, press that, copy edit settings, so I can just copy like you would do, Control and C, yeah, and that's them copied. So I'm quite happy with that. Next one, I'll have a quick run through this because they're not long, but I want to edit it to there, so I'll just push that to about just where this has gone. What's it like at the end? I don't want them to be too long. About there. Back to the edit again. I'm just gonna little bit of exposure, drop the whites a bit, drop the highlights a bit, bring the shadows up, contrast up, and blacks I'm just going to take down a little bit. Again, temperature, just temperature a bit. I'm going to put the tint down because there's loads of green now. I'm going to drop the tint a little bit, move the vibrance, and that up. And again, alright, it's only a subtle change. You can see it's a subtle change. Well, it's not bad. Right, we'll go into this one, clip first, and then we'll play it. Duck having a preen. And I'm going to, because again I didn't focus like a numpty, so we're going to go to about there. So I'm going to drop that all the way back. Just do about there. We'll start. Now, one thing I have noticed about doing this, you can't crop in. I haven't seen any way you can crop in. And again, I'm not doing massive adjustments on these. I mean, I can, but I'm not going to. I don't think they need to be massive. But when you're doing anything video wise, for me, to play that, when you're doing anything video wise, you shouldn't really need to do a lot to it compared to what it was like before. So that's what it was like, and that's what it's like now. Like I say, it's subtle. Now to export these things, it's easy. You can highlight all 4 of them. So shift at the beginning, shift at the end, go up to here to share, custom settings. Well, custom settings basically what I imported them at. So MP4 original, yeah. Export for videos, it'll ask you which folder you want it in. So I've already got my Rock in the Park folder selected. Select that, and it'll basically export them like that. Now I've got one more thing to show you once these have exported, and this is all about presets. Now don't get me wrong, I'm not selling you anything, I don't do presets, but you can add presets, and the good thing about this, there's like a community tab you can go into. So other people who share their presets, you can use their presets. Don't have to pay anything from what I can make out. So they're exported. So let's have a look. So we'll go with the first one. Go with the first video. Now up here you've got presets. Let me get rid of the film strip. You've got the presets. So you hit the presets, then all's there, suitable. And as you hover over the top of them, it gives you what the preset will look like. So if you want to go in oldie, you know what I mean? That one's not too bad at all. So if I went for that one, yeah, and let's play that, see how that looks. Now don't get me wrong, presets are brilliant. They are. Presets are really good, but they're a starting block. They're not, you know what I mean? They're there to be tweaked. So in my case for this, I think the blacks just need to come down a little bit. Not much. But considering what it starts out at and what it is at the end, I don't think it's a bad job at all. I really don't. Now all they need to do is be able to, for you to actually edit and put the videos together. Now I don't know why they've done this, considering they've got Premiere Pro. You know what I mean? Or Premium Pro, whatever you want to call it, for video editing, and loads of other things you can use. So I don't know why Adobe have done this. Don't get me wrong, it's a good thing. I like it. You know what I mean? I might do quite a few videos on it, because I don't use Lightroom. I use Lightroom Classic. Always have. I like the sliders better. I like the way it's set out. But for video editing, I don't think it's going to be bad. Anyway, I hope you've took something out of this video. Don't forget to give us a like, share and a subscribe. It would be nice. I'll see you on the next one. Bye now.